Good morning, my dear students, class 8. Sengahangi makhadu sengahan tawgibadu kadai phabu tawgre habakanda khoigi endocrine system tawgibadu daiduda hormone mayam gi tawgre ada reproductive hormone sing haitare ko reproductive gland dai thadrok hormone sing reproductive gland sadi gonad sai gidana moi dai thadrok hormone sing haitargadi female gida khoigi estrogen ga progesterone ga ko aduga male dai thadrokpana testosterone sina chingbasi sibok tawgre ko sigi no sing chu pigre sigi marak sidai sei da madam na noida haining basi noisi se hangakpagi jang adumaina yamna khoigi nemba aduna chingbasing chi oi aduga amuksu akhoina noigi syllabus ki oina di class 8 pogi di adumaina aingonda message thara idu aina phone tawro na haigibani maming di kawgre adugi satra do kano tawde mana di sigi hairiba lesson je kakpara kakharaba mali haibra kaino adumaina pubagi ama hai aina adu ibani gyan ta nadre phone tawro na haibani adu maju phone tawrokte adugi duna kakpa amata yaude adu yamuna muna khoigi taba pigibasing adumaina kano tawba change adudi adumaina kano tawde aduga amuk se yamaru oina ahanbada noina noigi oiriba text da yauriba singse sigi oiriba madam hoina takibasi munna taraba matungda text ma phajana pathokpam change aduba targadi madam hoina pigiba notes to adugi dudai dude iriba singdo haifet jengba matamda dumaina dum karino habana chingbuso adumaina khangba ngamgani angang oringai matawdongna hekta akhoi irakpa khudima paksinda sinbagi wafam nataba just noina dumaina hangakpasu yai si se sidai iribasi madam sumaina ibadi yadabra sumaina irisi gi mahutta ka haibana chingba question mayam ama darkar oyeba aduna chingbaga si noi nomota mai harakoi wafam leite se aduna ngasi tawgodabna puberty and adolescence se torsiko puberty habasika adolescence habasika dumaina hairibasingsi karaida oigadage haiba matamda akoina teenage hobadagina akoigi se 19 haitare ko near 20 gi sibok sidigi manung sidai seista adumaina lakadaba matang ne ba hujiki leiribase ko sidai seista puberty habasi karino haiba ma adolescence habadi karino puberty oiringai gi manung sidai seista akoigi physically kari ahongba mayam lakani adagidi akoina se kari development no lakadori se haibana chingba mayam ama lakadori adagi akoina se akoigi haiba sigi pera se aduki matik darkar oiba yamaru oiba pera nebako leigadori se adu yangasi noi larikta puberty haitaragadi perat tuni kari perat no haitaragadi person amana karigumba mi amana magi sexual maturity oibagi haibadi sexual maturity that means the akoigi capable of reproduction haitare ko capable of reproduction do adu oiba bhoki oiriba magi person dugi sexual maturity do capable of reproduction haitare ko sexual maturity duna adumaina sexual organ singchina haitani mature orakpa targadi capable of reproduction se soidana adumaina leibham thokpane ba sisibo akoina kari kauge haba matamda puberty kaweba puberty habadi period karamba period haitargadi sexual maturity and capable of kaidoba reproduction sisina puberty haba adolescence ka ani je kitang dani ko huren khena rakadoise during this period sidai ja kaidore endocrine glands adi kana no han hagi basing do hormone puthokpa glands mayam duni direct akogi blood ta adumaina thadorokpa party sing do ko puberty said during this period and the endocrine glands produce hormone makhan mayam amsu laigre ko that cause changes in the body haidi akoina ngal pituitary gland master gland ka hainarga khangnagibado thyroxine gland adagidi gonad sidagi kari thadorokpa testosterone progesterone adigi estrogen mayam laigre male female ko sigi singche puberty sidai ja thadorokaneba puberty si occurs between the age of karaide hoba 10 and 14. 10 and 14 je kanagi girls. 12 and 16 kanagi boys. 12 and ahan bagi 10 and 14 si amaru bani ko MCQ gumba da hangan bani 10 and 14 kanagi da girls da puberty period. 12 and 16 kanagi da boys kita. Khangi ko se si yam hangan dori ni ko noine adolescence ki du isalu dori ni hayang adu soina gini adu di huji puberty gi matek tu da hari si se karamba period no have matamda recess sexual maturity and capable of reproduction and the endocrine glands produce hormones and the hormones causes the changes in the body. Puberty occurs between the age of the 10 and 14 in girls and the 12 and 16 in boys. Sibok lere ko. Next to the adolescence la asi sisu period neba karamba period no di between marakta leba childhood and adulthood. Childhood ka adulthood ka between chibu akoina adolescence kawi. Adolescence is a time of change during which a boy or a girl gets ready to be an adult. This stage is generally thought to be between the age of 10 and 19. Adolescence ki je 10 and 19. Childhood ka adulthood ka between the labor period to bo akoina adolescence kawi. Aduga ngasai puberty dadi kari hagi period which a person reaches the sexual maturity and become the capable of reproduction hagi banatro adolescence dana period between childhood and adulthood. Sibokti laire ko then each person goes through puberty and adolescence at his or her own pace. No two people are exactly the same. Physical changes during puberty. Puberty oricans the physically kari kari ahong balai ge habadu yangasi ko yam lai dori ne. Changes are both physically boys girls ka je uba phang doi ni physically adagi di amana kari emotionally siga singchi yam ahong ba admaina lai ga dori ni ko khangok dana hekta pangsau de saugan bagumba adagi hekta ga wahai ama hairubaga si yam henjana khallaga ga yamna nungai ta bagumba sina chingba mayam ga singche mayam ama le rakhidoi ni ko adagi increase in height chidai je kamai to ge habdu yangasi haiba pera singchi da lakadori ni say a growth spurt is seen during this period. Boys and girls suddenly shoot up in height. Yam hengalakadori ni height chidai ko. This happens earlier in girls because there is puberty before boys. Si hangbaya ba question ni ko. Haidi grown up period se nupi masani hena haidi yam na oigaleba. Wang baga se nupi masana hane ta hengaleba ko na nupa masana hen bataragasu. Sigi je kari maram gino hai bataragadi ngasai kari haigi 10 and 14 in girls 12 and 16 in boys hydra. Adoi tardi puberty period si kanana hangi girls na handro boys da gia adu gidu nani ana haidurin ko during early adolescence girls may therefore be taller. However, this growth spurt lasts for a shorter time than it does in boys who grow fast till they are around 18 to 20 years old. The growth of the body is not uniform. Growth ko the bones of arms and legs grow long during the early stage of puberty. Sumiko sisi da kogi early oiringai kandai da akogi proportionate oida bahabado resulting in clumsy idea akogi movement ka se yamna phajana smooth oidaba unbalanced movement of the body habako. The rest of the body grows and in time becomes proportionate to the long arms and legs. Ko nadi moje proportionate oirakaneba. Development of body hairs amuk yengsi haiba during puberty oricans days the hairs admaina starts growing the armpit hai targadi khange ko segra kumba adagidi pubic areas for boys and girls ko gi private part ki singche here also starts growing on the face idea ko na ko ga chomba khotpa tawri singchi ko adagi thabak ta ga chomi ba nupa macha singche se kari haino se masi che puberty oire mature oire hairi bani ko increase activity of sweat and oil glands adai targadi akoina humanga ga thadokpagi chang hai tar humanga sobagi chang gasi akoigi yamna akhoi puberty sumaina ga sigi period sidai sai yam hendori ni adagi akhoi mai ga se mare ka ba hai tare ko siga sing yam hengani aduga ko na de amuk phadara ka doini ko hormone levels increase hormone levels cause an increase in the level of activity of the sweat and the oil glands in the skin habako haidi akoina hormone thadokpagi level do wangba adui boys and girls ki sweat more during adolescence or kan yam thadorakani adui duna kaidoba increase in the number of bacteria sing skin sida leirani humang cha tokpoi chang ji wangamni na ko aduna body odor hai tadi manam gumba chen basina ching basing che tawgani aduna oil producing glands sing chu yamna thadorakani ba aduna pimples kumba adagi acne on the skin sina ching basing che mayam ama lakadori ni ko aduna akoina sigi pera sidai sei sa akoina kitang hygienic oiba mawongda leiba darkar oi habadi toina akogi se nutigi akogi iruja thoktana khotana nomagi manungda dmaina tokthokpa adagi akogi humangde am kangaga su tai thoktana khotoktana sina chingba mayam ko sigi mayam singse dmaina lakadori ni inkhalakpagi pera che sigi sini yamna akoina cheksal hoba ma darkar oi cheksal hoba che kamaina physically mentally phajana cheksal ba darkar oi development of sex organs and secondary sexual characteristics habako sex organs kamain develop tori habdo sidai jai akhon mamang la tamgubda kari high pituitary glands in control to hire all the glands in the body the labor singse adai da sigi sidai jai da stimulate the testes and the ovaries produce hormone testosterone estrogens maina puthora khre ko adu batargadi sigi sidai jai da development of sex organs testosterone and estrogen sina kaidoba further changes in other parts of the body leading to the development of features called secondary sexual characteristics. These features are different in boys and girls. Secondary sexual characteristics hai taragadi akoi gi hai basigi hormone sing che sigi sina akoi na yengba matamda akoi na masina nupi macani masina nupa macani hai bana chingbagi akoi gi physically tongan ba akoi gi mawong ama leigane ba hai basing si akoi na se hai basing chi hujiki matam si dei dei phajana admaina khangba ngamakadori ni magi development ji ju si da tawrabani na ko kamaina boys ta kamaina change lakani hai kan testosterone sina taroka doite sex organ sing che admaina te tawrani ko develop che organs testes and penis fully during puberty testes become capable of producing sperm cells sperm ka singche hujiki hairiba sex organs sina phajana mature or kan si dei je tawrokadori bani ko sperms are sometimes released during sleep causing nocturnal emission haba akoi naga se nudang tumbadaga sperm daga se adum mathandaga adumaina thoga leijaramba siga singse akoi gi hairiba pera sidei sei se tawganba pot oiba secondary sexual characteristic kharada akoi soldier gumba adigi muscles ka singche develop torokpa akoi lengjunga je phandorokpa ko testosterone sina the growth of facial and the body hair it also cause growth of the larynx ai tari khon ga jinupa macha singche hana dagi yamna chawba ma tokhalakpa ko nupi macha ga nupa macha ga makhon ga je akoi khena bala ise sigi stage sidagi lakadori ni ko ai sexual organ singche phajana develop torokana khena bajing je lakadabani voice breaks and becomes deeper or kador ba nupi macha dai nupa macha na ko adudi nupa macha di khange nupi macha mu kamai toge yengsi nupi macha da so hongba mayam lakani magi hormone di estrogen development of sex organs si la female reproductive system duni sidai growth and maturation of female reproductive system se laire kanana estrogen sina lakadori ni ko it is necessary for the production of egg cells ngasai duna sperm natro boys da sidana egg cells ovary and their maturation it acts on glands that produce vaginal secretions white discharge si che akoina kaino oira kan sidai saisa se akoina isam sambida teenage oiba haina baduni ko along with other hormones it also controls the menstrual cycle aitar dia khogi monthly period lakpa sina chingba mayam laani adu batari makhada details to mu yengasi ko the development of secondary sexual characteristics to yengasi breast ka se akoina increase tawrani mammary glands milk glands si se breast they se develop admain tawrani pelvic area widens and the hips broaden to make the body ready for childbirth hai targadi akoina se hip ka je phandorakpa adi nupi ama oibagi yengba nungaiba stage habadu nupi ama da chengadaba magi magun mawong matong mapung phabado sigi period sida oire. And then menstruation cycle si yengsi ko koina period habadu ni ko. Ovary contains thousands of eggs in fluid surrounded by the layer of the cell. Ovary is the yaudoni ko fluid mayam su. One of these eggs becomes active and matures every month. Haidi haiba hujiki eggs mayam marak sidai active oibasi man khudingi admaina yauba ama. Ovary secrete estrogen thadore. Wall of the uterus uterus angang khawdo for implantation of the embryo. The wall of the uterus becomes thick with tissues and blood vessels. The hormone progesterone make the uterus lining ready to receive the fertilized egg. Adui targadi yango ngasai estrogen ga progesterone ga anigi sijinabam je progesterone hai targadi makes the uterus lining ready to receive the fertilized egg habanatro. After the egg has matured, it is released from the ovary. Egg in mature or kan ovary they thadurakani. Mature egg to fallopian tube to the laani aduga uterus the lakadaban. If fertilization does not occur in the fallopian tube, the lining of the uterus is set along the unfertilized egg and the blood. Unfertilized oirakandu the neba akoina blood to the minor thadorkadorido, sijibo akoina period or menstruation harga kangnaba. Fertilization or gitaragadi at the minor ko period the minor later roy. Pregnant or in a period at the minor kogi sigisi lactredana, aduduna, period lactredana, duna, hujiki high badu kaidoba fertilized or gibagini magi ectoco. Menstruation can be 4 to 6 days oire. Flow of blood stops, the lining of the uterus is built up again and the next mature egg is released. The cycle of preparing the uterus for the implantation of the embryo every month is called the menstruation cycle. A mature egg is released from the ovary once every 28 to 30 days. Mature egg ama thadorok paje tha ama da 28 to 30 days labors there is the once every 28 to 30 days labors the amura khak thadorok pa. Menstruation occurs once the 28 to 30 days there is a menstruation je lakpa. Menstruation cycle is usually not regular at the beginning, but as time goes by, it becomes regular. Ahanbada regular oiramdraga kona admaina regular oireba. Ahanba menstruation lakpa menstrual period se siji bunupida kari kawi menarche kawi ko. Aduga akoina se menstruation je akoi period se lakre men se lakre sigi se karom kanda 45 to 50 years of age dei sa size dei sa lepagi mong lakadori ni si stopping of menstrual cycle sibu kari kawi menopause ko ba ahan balak paduna menarche ko ba ko sibok laikre ko adu batargadi si yamun khangjan bada darkar oi ba po ni ko noi phajana mu pago ye iba moigi sidai ja menstrual cycle je iba sisu gyan ta na pago masi yamna khangjan bada darkar oi ba pot amani Larik sigi damakta natana akoigi tongana akoini isana khangaga laigadaba haibaduma oiba ko mental and emotional changes yengsi mental adolescence period is not only the body but the mind too changes and matures. There is intellectual development and adolescents start thinking on their own so that they can be independent from their parents by the time they reach adulthood. During this period, they also start to have feelings of sexual attraction towards each other. Habadi akogi sigi period sidai saida akogi wakhan gase khan basu kharanga ma abanina ko akogi se wakhan khan banga ma abanina magi apamba pamdaba masi nungsidaba adu adasina chingba mayam everything khanga adoboni pi ngai matam dadi khara pijaba khara selhan ba mada pakya da yaram bado sigi matam stadi magi oba wakhalon tongana laani akogi kari haini adagidi masigi nupi masaje phajaine nupa masaje phajaine ka haidiba period magi chingna chingba chingche sigi period sidai sa admaina oidoini adagi nungai tabaga chu kasungna tabade hek pokanba asmaina chingba chingche mayam lakadori ni ko adoi tardi next health during adolescence. Our body undergoes many changes during adolescence. It is important to take care of the health of the body and the mind during this stage of life. Physical health and hygiene si yamaru oidoini ko haidi akoina akogi se During puberty, the adolescent is left with a change from form and has to accept and respect to new body. Healthy eating oiba ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯐꯤꯠꯅꯦꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯕ ꯅ꯭ꯌꯨꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯤꯌꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯃꯤꯜ ꯆꯥꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯟꯇꯤ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯡꯀꯤꯡ ꯋꯥꯇꯔꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯃꯣꯁ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯔꯇꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯆꯥꯁꯜꯂꯤꯕ ꯊꯛꯆꯜꯂꯤꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯏꯅꯔꯖꯤ ꯐꯪꯅꯕꯅꯤ ꯇꯧꯕꯇꯕꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯃꯔꯥꯡ ꯀꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯌꯦꯟꯊꯣꯛ ꯌꯦꯟꯁꯤꯟ ꯑꯃ ꯇꯧꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯋꯥꯇꯔꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯦꯛꯁꯤꯃꯝꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯎꯕ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯑꯣꯏꯌꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗꯩꯗꯨꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯁꯦ ꯍꯦꯜꯗꯤ ꯄꯥꯔꯁꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯛꯀꯗꯣꯔꯤꯅꯤ ꯕꯦꯂꯦꯟꯁ ꯗꯥꯏꯠ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯛꯑꯅꯤ ꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯆꯥꯅꯤꯡꯕꯗꯨ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯆꯥꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯕ ꯖꯪ ꯐꯨꯗ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯑꯊꯨꯝꯕ ꯁꯨꯒꯔ ꯁ꯭ꯋꯤꯇꯟ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯡꯛꯁ ꯗꯨ ꯅꯣꯠ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯚꯥꯏꯗ adequate nutrition ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯖꯪ ꯐꯨꯗꯀꯨꯝꯕ ꯆꯥꯕ ꯑꯊꯨꯝ ꯑꯍꯥꯎ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯥꯕꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯅꯦ ꯋꯦꯠ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯀꯜꯂꯦ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯦꯁ ꯋꯦꯠ ꯂꯥꯛꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯣꯕꯦꯁꯤꯇꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯅꯤ ꯍꯛꯆꯥꯡꯗꯣ ꯐꯔꯛꯑꯔꯣꯏ ꯋꯦꯠꯁꯦ ꯋꯥꯠꯄꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯗꯦ ꯇꯥꯕꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯗꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯦꯗꯣꯂꯦꯁꯦꯟꯁꯤꯗꯩꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯗꯣꯔꯤꯁꯤ diet to stay slim. This can lead to eating disorders that can harm the body. It is best not to compare oneself with others, but to adjust to the changes in the body and stay focused on maintaining good health. Hakchang phanba haibase sisina punamaksidagi loina phadorineба. ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯛꯁꯤꯗꯩꯁꯤꯗ ꯅꯠꯇꯕ ꯐꯠꯇꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯈꯟꯒꯦꯅ ꯈꯟꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯛꯆꯥꯡꯗꯣ ꯐꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯈꯟꯕꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯅꯦꯝꯒꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯋꯥꯈꯟꯗꯣ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯂꯩꯍꯟꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯇꯥꯔꯗꯤ ꯍꯛꯆꯥꯡ ꯐꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯆꯪꯉꯤ ꯍꯛꯆꯥꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯏꯁꯣꯟ ꯁꯣꯟꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯅꯦꯒꯦꯇꯤቭ ꯊꯤꯡꯀꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯋꯥꯡꯒꯅꯤꯀꯣ some adolescents stop exercising or participating in sports sometimes to spend more time studying. This is not a healthy practice. An optimal amount of exercise is needed to maintain fitness. Exercise helps to use up extra calories and strengthen developing muscles. It also helps a person to sleep better at night. Adolescents need good sleep for rest, repair, and growth of the body. Sigi hariba matek si am darkar oi inkalak pa pera se sigi sidai se isa akoina sana khotna ba haitare ko akoigi se exercise yam darkar oi akoidi adum akoigi ayamba matam se nongmagi ayamba matam se larik adum tawdana leiba haitare ko sigi sina akoigi hakchang phaba amadi oiro oi ba hakchang se yamna phana legi haiba taragadi kaidoba chaba thakpa matam naiba exercise sang naina tawba aduba taragadi kaidoroni muscle sing du kanjalaani aduga tumba sinungdang sida phajana tumba sina chingba mayam se tawba taragadi good sleep for rest repair and growth of the body haise ko growth of the body phajana tumba oitari repair orani growth of the body orani sina chingba mayam leirani ba larik to yamna padana yamna haibo oiba taragasu hakchang duna phattaba taragadi mana tawribadugi kanabase adumaina leiroiba awna punamaktu akoina fajana semdoga exercise su tawba larik su tawba punamak singche tawrba matamda afaba mo oiganeba balance diet su oigadabne acne affects many adolescents and causes them to feel self-conscious about their appearance. Squeezing or picking at pimples can lead to the spread of infection and the development of scars or marks of the skin. It is best not to touch, pick the squeeze pimples but to use appropriate medication on the advice of the doctor. Acne usually clears up after puberty. Uring thungbagumba karigumba se moina harisi akogi khutnaga paraga pangmeta methok mesin tawbasidi akoina infection thoga sandokali haibai wani na doctor tanaraga nikhina thabak akogi se yengthokpiba siniko darkar oise aduga sigi stage da darkar orisi karino haiba matamda ngasagi oil glands tagi ga oil yam thadorokpa sweat yam thadorokpa dui matang dugi niko sida laise sigi puberty se cross tawgra kanda dum farakane. Adolescents also sweat more. Bacteria break down the sweat into the smelly compounds that cause body odor. Aduna inkhalakpa matamsida humangdi am thadoramna bacteria sing duna sweat sing do akogi phattaba smelly oiba compound thugaira banina body do manam name haibani adoi taragadi nungti gi iruja thokpa ama darkar oi adagi akogi personal hygiene menstruation go ori kan sidai infection thoktana ba phajana ama darkar oi ko. Many adolescents wear brushes on their teeth. The brushes have to be kept clean of food particles. particles to avoid bad breath and the development of activities in the teeth. Habdi akoina yagumbagi taraga phaba adumaina laidana sina chingbasingsi akoina toina sengdoktana clean tawraga thamda taragadi chaba thakpagi adumaina phatabasingdo paksalagadi kaidopa akoina se sor hondokpada manamdo adumaina nungaitaba haitare ko bad breath haise ko sina chingba mayam singse develop tawrakaneba. Say mental and emotional health haise simaga mental and emotional health se sigisi ani siamari leina duini self confidence and self esteem pave the way for good mental health. It is easier to change the way one feels about one's body than to change the structure of the body. There are some aspects like one's height over which one does not have much control. It is better to accept this and have a positive image of oneself to be able to develop intellectually. Focus on the talents and become skilled. The adolescent goes through many changes mentally to become an adult. It is common for girls and boys of this age to be impulsive, have a quick temper, and experience mood swings. They prefer to spend more time with other adolescents than with members of their family. It is common for adolescents to feel confused, lose interest in their normal activities, and he depressed. Adolescents should realize that the changes are caused by hormonal changes and are a part of growing up. They can talk to the school counselor, parents, teachers, or other responsible adults who can help. It is common for adolescents to develop feelings of attraction towards others. This is a natural process and is a part of growing up. Habadi inkalakpa perat haitare ko sigisdadi akoigi se yam sengna haibada moisi moi masen oiba ngaktagaga akoigi pullaga pakaida lainingba haidi imung manungna ngangba sakpaga se ita taningdaba ko magi parents and family members na ari moigi leiba mutugi makha se pona leiba haidi hektaga khudaktaga hekta sauningba moi apambado hek phangdabaga apambado he piringai harauba adu inkalakpa peratadi kayamna afaba kari afaba apamba mayamdi haigani adagi moina haisingdo sunga yaraktre kainaga hairagadi akoi masaga singche akoigi kari haini akoigi depression ga oiraktana khotana mayam singche tawba sigi punamakse mi amaga hormone thadokpai changse manade adugi ju khenaba mayam ama laigani grown up perat sidaisa adu batargadi masi akoina thindaba tawdana se akoigi mayam ama tanaba ma changi bako aduga hairiba sigi adolescence perat se is the feelings of attraction towards others. This is a natural process and is a part of growing up. Sigi haibasi masigi se haibasi ki perasidaisa laigani adubu masidaisa isaida akogi kitang akogi parents na haibado adugi dusu inba amasu darkar se layaba haibasi ki matang sidaisa aroibagi oibasi amna darkar oiba poni ya maru oiba drugs AIDS and other issues and haise ko Heidi Sidai says that during adolescence there is often peer pressure. Peer pressure at the friend circle the gido. Aquina Mama never patabati name, Mama never sing up Mayam do Puluba the Guinea Mazes Maita or Iseka Habadoko. To experiment with alcohol, cigarette, and drugs. I just taste of Shineka Habado, Mama never singer. These are addictive substances. They make the body dependent on them so that a person cannot stop taking them even if they want to. Haidi once akoi kan se test ka tawgi taragadi adum addictive oiba haitadi yamna adum pamna leigadaba posing oibanina hekta lepa ngamdabado aduna inkalakpa pera sidai da friend circle se yam maru oi moidi tasengna haibada ima ipa na ngangba budi aigi maru mapangduna ngangbani hena taningba pera neba ko aduna sigi perasi yamna darkar oiba haitari maru oiba peramani drugs can cause great damage to the body and the mind and can even lead to death. Adi haiba khangogdana imanaba singkari na haiba singdu ingibadagidi kaidorani magi ahongba mayam amala ani masaju fararoi wakanju fararoi last sidorini. Sharing of needles to use drugs can lead to the spread of AIDS and other deadly diseases. Sidigyan tayo ko. Ako needle share to the adolescent should be firm is saying no when alcohol, drugs, or cigarette are offered. aduna akhoi hairibasigi punamakse isana something kharadi control tawraga adumaina leiba amadi changi bako inkhalakpa perat ni haidana su akhoina paktawda toksanba nataba adu bataragadi masigi perase ima mama mapa family members sing ngang bas yamna lowning daba oiba taragasu ngang daba di yadaba kamaina ngang ba matamda moise phudana chaidana tawbai mathakta mahutta kana bana karino kana dabana karino kari maram ki ngangning ino nungsi bagi ngangning bani noimi oina ba ngangning bani ka habase moida utpa masang bajani ko adolescents sometimes act on their feelings without knowing about the consequences unsafe practices can lead to the spread of AIDS and other diseases. Teenage pregnancy may also result. Adolescents should inform themselves by talking to professionals such as counselors. Haidi haidi basigi inkhalak basigi perasidadi haidi karigumba punamakse loinamak akoigi loinamaksu gyan taraba matam hai tare ko apamba pamdaba phajaba thiba nungsidaba loin khangaba perani aduna mois dai se yamna test tawningba perasu oiba sumai tawde du tawe habana chingba singche loina makti tungi khandadana future gi khandana yam tawningba perat oiba adu si punamakse akoina akhang ahi mayam singche tanaraga hairiba sigi perat sidagi lanthoki taraga di moi masada taw habada tawroi doribani sigi perat sigi mamang so muk tawroi doribani sigi perat se akoina yam checksana dumaina loina ba ama changa doribani ko adudi sigi stay jaija sigi si lore aduna mathang di ai no so ina mu pirage class students adu noi phajana amuktang noi larik se pathokpa mai di larik se da yawl basing si ju pathokpa ma changi ko pare dudi ngasi di sibok tawrsi ko